It's week 2 of the NFL, and we're going to see Travis Etienne. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Bucs and the Saints, all that and more, coming up next on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by an electric third-year player from the University of Utah, Tyler Huntley.
A 3-year starter at the University of Utah. He got his NFL opportunity. Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore, mainly because he possessed similar qualities. Excellent runner, big-time arm, just has to grow in accuracy and avoiding mistakes.
Right to the air is Huntley. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and that'll bring up second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Huntley to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title.
I'm willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On On second down, a run with ETN. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
To throw, Huntley. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Huntley. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. Leading them out in his 2nd season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 24 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mills. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Mills now.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
ETN up the middle.
Gets around him.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Buccaneers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
On 1st down, Huntley. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 9 catches, 129 yards.
And one of the top receiving games in the league in Week 1, and they're expecting those types of games from him each and every time out. And they're going to need that from him if they want to make a move towards a league title.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Looking to throw.
Huntley.
Open man has got it, the tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Screenplay. Here's ETN.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Johnson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyler Huntley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Huntley. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll run with Etienne. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So one more time with Etienne. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Off play action. Huntley. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mills on first down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard. Yeah,
I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Harris running straight ahead. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Mills.
Open man, Westbrook Akine. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left, Davis Price. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Huntley to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Huntley. And that will be incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Our first down throw for Mills. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, Mills. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now Mills.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Again, it's Mills.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's 4th down.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Josh Reynolds up over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Van Jefferson up over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Phillips now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mills. And his throw here is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Mills.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Mills now.
He completes it to Henry. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And he put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Mills. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Mills.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
To throw, Huntley.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Draw play, ETN.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Huntley. And over the middle, this is Parker.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw. Huntley. He'll find Parker again. Complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Huntley. Hard throw. Incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This will be from 49 yards out. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and that will keep this was a 15-point game. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Mills got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mills. Setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Straight ahead, Etienne. Oh, nice move. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to find Lazard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Just want to let you guys know there will be a part 2 to this game. Right after the third quarter, I will end it, but I will probably start tweeting again here in a few hours again, but that'll be right after the third quarter.
Excellent run after the catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyler Huntley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Point after, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
10 yards to go.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mills again. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Mills to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Henry.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.